held him back and slung him to the floor.
Yeah, I did see that.
So that's a penalty.
Yeah.
But you don't give that. The ref's standing there seeing it. VAR have checked it. No, that's fine. But they checked this one and says fine.
It's don't
bullshit.
Get it. I don't
VAR
get it.
is bollocks. VAR is ruining football.
The Football Drop Podcast.
Hello. Welcome to another episode of the Football Drop Podcast. It's 2025. How are you, William Shaftesbury?
Happy New Year.
How you doing, mate? You okay?
Not too bad. How are you?
Good.
How's things?
Not too bad, mate. I'm excited to be back at football.
Yeah.
I've had what I planned to have a well-behaved Christmas. It was not a well-behaved Christmas. I have eaten pretty much as much shit food as I possibly can fit in my mouth. It's actually quite scary how much I fell off the wagon over the last couple of weeks.
Mate, the wagon is a dot to me.
Mate, the wagon is fucking cocked out the side of the road.
There is no wagon anymore. It's that I've fallen that far off the wagon. It's just gone. It's been a Christmas. It has been a Christmas. But as I was just saying to you off air, I am excited for football tonight because you can have, this is the best thing about football, you can have the worst day, the worst week, the worst month. But for that 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90 minutes that you're playing football, don't matter. Nothing else in the world matters except for you kicking that meant to be leather, round, full of air thing. Nothing matters. That is the best thing about football.
Yeah, I can't agree more. Despite what position you play, it doesn't matter whether you play up front or left wing, left back, midfield, defence.
Goalkeeper?
Or if you're just like me and just play as a goalkeeper. Doesn't matter. Yeah, for that half hour, 90 minutes, however long your match is. Yeah, nothing else matters. And it's all you just want to do is win and have fun.
Yeah, 100%, mate. I love it. I love football so much. And do you know when I realised how much I love football? Yesterday, about 5K into my 10K, when I was like, fuck, this is long and boring.
You really had some spare time to start thinking about life.
I was just like, when is exercise good? And then I thought, football. And then, today I'm like, I've had a bad day. And I think, do you know what? Tonight is going to be a good night because I'm going to be playing football.
Yeah, I completely agree with you. I completely agree.
Although the bit before when they tell us how much we've put on, because I'm not going to say whether we've lost weight or not, I'm just going to say how much we've put on might be a little bit disappointing.
Well, my scales are barely keeping it in single figures, pretty much. I'm not that bad.
Single
figures? It's not that bad. Yeah, I'm at like 4 kilos or something.
Right. I thought you meant like...
I was going to be like nearly 10, but no. Just dramatic effect.
I thought you was either telling us you weighed 10 kilo or 10 stone. I was like, I don't believe you.
I probably shit 10 kilos. But no, do you know what? It's nice sometimes to indulge yourself. I've had fun, but I always feel, I don't know about you, this like New Year's resolutions and stuff. I don't really set resolutions as such anymore because I never stick to it. And all it does is just disappoint me from a mental aspect. So what I try and do is try and set stuff that I'll try to improve on. Not as a goal or a resolution or anything, just be conscious of. So I want to drink more water. So I want to drink at least 2 litres of water a day because I don't drink enough water. And I know you're going to probably hang me for this. I'm trying to cut back on my Chepsy intake.
Yeah, same.
I've not had a Chepsy in 2025.
What?
I've not had a Chepsy in 2025.
Wow, that's impressive, mate. I mean, because do you know what it is about Chepsy? Because I had a period where I thought, you know, I don't even really enjoy drinking Chepsy anymore. It's just there because...
Don't lie.
Genuinely, I think there was a bottle. It must have been gone off or something had happened to it. Selge poisoned it or something. But there was a point where I was like...
poisoned it.
I don't like this anymore. And I've got back into it. But it's definitely the caffeine. Mate, go with that. Try going with that caffeine. I know you're not too bad, to be fair. If I were to go without caffeine for a day...
I can't go without caffeine. Whether it's a Monster, espresso... green tea, tea, like anything that's all got caffeine in it. Chepsy's obviously got tons. Well, I say tons. It's got a bit.
Yeah, it's got enough in it to
It
keep you
goes
hooked.
unnoticed, doesn't it?
Yeah, keeps you hooked, mate.
It really does. It really
Yeah,
does.
I'm a resolutioner. I do resolutions, and we spoke about it last week. But I'm
we
well
want to hold
into
each
it.
other accountable, don't we, for this? So
We do.
Do you want to announce it on here?
Yeah, let's do it.
Go on.
So we are going to do Ben and Will, or Bill, if you want to call us that. We're going to do our fitness journey. So we're going to be held to account by you, our fabulous listeners, who are quite keen to engage with us and let us know how you're feeling.
I thought you said one of your resolutions was not to lie this year.
Never would I ever resolution that. No, but seriously, we want to hold each other to account. So we're going to talk about it openly, honestly, about our fitness journey, how we're going. It doesn't start this week because it's been a really shit week for me.
This is the benchmark. This is foundations. Here we go.
By the way, can I just say, you are a dickhead, right? So check this out for a story. So yesterday, our chat, MVF chat, we've got a challenge where we had to walk as many steps as we can from Tuesday to Sunday, right? So Tuesday last week to Sunday yesterday, the day before, depending on when you're listening to this, which was the 5th. So we had to do at least 10,000 steps, right? The funny thing was, Ben said has to be at least 10,000 steps a day. That came from Ben, right? We get to yesterday and we haven't quite got enough because we've got a guy in the group chat. I hope he's all right. If you're listening, Reece, we hope you're all right. But he's gone a bit quiet, so we don't really know what going on. So everyone was then panicking, like, shit, we're a bit short. Gav did like 115,000 steps.
Captain Gav smashed it.
Captain Gav smashed it. Carl did 80,000. I was just a little bit shy of that. And then Dickie was sort of coming up the rear, as he does.
Standard Dickie.
He'd like that one. He likes a gay joke. Yeah. He does like a gay joke.
He loves a gay joke.
And then Ben comes in, 38,000, right? So over 6 days, Ben has guaranteed everyone will do 60,000. Ben comes in at 38. So everyone rushes out because we need, 10,000 more, whatever it was. Rushes out, get it. Ben this morning comes on the chat. Everybody stood it from Tuesday. So I've got an extra 10,000.
No. Yes, I do.
So what do you think? It was from Wednesday to Sunday, not Tuesday to Sunday?
Yes.
Right.
And I even put on there because I thought it's from the 1st. I put on there, my steps are from the 1st to now. Nobody called me out on that and said, it's actually Tuesday. So
wow, you're blaming everybody else. Fair
New
fucking
year. Same old Ben.
I did not see that one coming. The way it would be everybody else's fault but yours.
Yeah. No, I misread it. Hold my hand. I definitely misread it. But I did put in there. This is my steps from the 1st.
I love that. I hold my hands up. It was not my fault.
God. But we're well over the mark, and that's what matters, and that's what counts.
Yeah, although everybody who we rushed out about 11 o'clock last night to do a walk does not think so.
No, they don't. No.
That was brilliant. Anyway, how are you? Are you all right?
My bad. Yeah, all good, mate. All good. New year, fresh start. Here we go. As Fabrizio will say, with the transfer window open.
You are on fire today.
Smooth, straight in.
Smooth operator. Right, go on.
Yeah, mate.
Should we start off with the news? Because we want to go through our Premier League predictions halfway point.
We do.
But let's start with some news.
It took me a long time to collate these together, just FYI. And I didn't realise that you'd already done yours.
Yeah, they're here, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't realise you'd done them. So I've been doing them for both. And it took me like an hour and a bit to get it. But yeah.
Oh, what have you done?
Like collating them all together. I got some quotes for us.
Only
4 things, which were really funny.
I have you've done more than me. You take charge. You take charge.
Okay. I do want to start off with because listening back to our predictions.
Take charge of me, Ben.
Way back. Jesus Christ. Going back to our
Is that an erection?
Episode, we were talking about Rooney even then.
So, was we? No, was we?
Which is really funny because obviously he's just been announced as Plymouth manager. He's had the pre-season, see how he's going to go. We both predicted that Rooney's going to get sacked. Now, it is the 6th of January. Wayne Rooney is no longer the Plymouth Argyle manager. He left
do you think?
By mutual consent.
Yeah, what do you think of that?
I just think I'm torn because I'm not Rooney's biggest fan anyway, just because he was always really, really good against Arsenal, and it really
Yeah.
pissed me off. Mainly, he was an incredible player, but I just think sometimes the transition between great player doesn't quite relate to great manager. However, is it because he's not coaching elite level, like elite / world class players, and he's coaching very, very good players to obviously play professional football? But there's a big difference between Derby and Plymouth and Arsenal, Liverpool, Man City, for example. Don't know. What's your thoughts?
Well, it's a tough one, isn't it? Because for me, I think, like, just looking completely objectively at it in a non-biased kind of frame of mind, I think world-class player, as you said, has played under world-class managers. You know, David Moyes. He played under David. Can you imagine playing under David Moyes? Unbelievable. There was the other Scottish guy. What was the other Scottish guy? What was his name? Sir Alex Ferguson. That was it.
Yeah, that's it. Correct.
So he has got a lot, he's got a lot of experience in terms of a decent manager, man.
Yeah.
And I think to myself, he did well at Derby. He did all right at DC United. He's had a couple of other jobs where he hasn't done so well. Plymouth, Birmingham. I mean, the Birmingham job was a clusterfuck. It was an
a clusterfuck.
It was an absolute fucking disaster. Yeah. And when you speak to fans of those clubs, so I did have a little bit of a look into kind of Plymouth Argyle supporters and what they were thinking of him, and it was very much a mixed bag. When the Birmingham supporters, I don't know if he had one person who from Birmingham went, "We love Rooney." There weren't many, but so he's definitely a bit hit and miss. And I think from the most part with the clubs that he has managed, maybe with the exception of Derby and DC United, would all say he's not going to cut it at that level. And I would probably have to say, what club now will look at him and say, let's give him a go? So I think his managerial career is probably out.
Yeah, it is difficult. And you do... I do sit there and think, is it because the ideas he wants just doesn't work with the players he's got because of that level? You just don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, unfortunately, Wayne Rooney is looking for a job.
But actually, interestingly, I don't know if you've listened to the Martin O'Neill interview that was done on that podcast that I can never fucking remember.
The Overlap.
The Overlap.
Yeah. Every time.
It was really interesting. So he said something that made me think of Rooney, that Martin O'Neill took a job at Wickham. And he said, people sort of talk about you learning at the lower levels. That's when you naturally will learn so that you can progress to the higher levels. But what he was saying is that's actually a load of bullshit, because you have to go in at the lower level and earn your stripes to then get in at the higher level. If he didn't do what he did at Wickham, would he have ended up at Villa, Celtic, etc., etc.? No. So he has to go all out. And this is going to be Frank and Wayne Rooney's, maybe Steven Gerrard as well to that extent, where they've done it at the kind of the lower levels, but they've never really been able to hit that dizzying heights. And now with Rooney, he's not been able to do it at some of the lower level teams. And that's no disrespect to Birmingham and to Plymouth, because they're a high level, but they're not as high as he would probably want to be managing.
No, of course.
So I think that he's probably lost a little bit of the respect in terms of managerial for what he's done in his career. Never lose it, but from the other sense, I don't know if he'll be able to get that back, and that's why I think probably his managerial career is done.
Still, I don't think it's done. There'll always be a team that will give it a go purely because of his playing career.
Yeah,
and it's the name, isn't it? Really,
I get that. Yeah.
So yeah, I do think he'll always be in with a shout somewhere. It's whether or not he'll accept that.
Yeah, that's the thing, isn't it?
I think that's probably the thing. Yeah, if you can let go of your ego a little bit and say, "Here we are. I'm going to coach FDP FC," then there we go.
That is a good idea. Forget everything I said. You're hired.
You're hired. But no, I do feel for him. But yeah, Plymouth will probably stay up now without him.
Yeah. Should we move on to the Premier League table predictions before? Oh no, we're going to move on to the fixtures, aren't we? Yeah, sorry. We did the agenda before and I fucked it up. I'm so sorry, Ben.
It's all right, mate. It's okay. We'll let you off. You're having a tough time, aren't you? Bless you. You're having a tough time as of late. There's a few penalty issues occurrences, things over the weekend, wasn't there? In what felt like every game.
Yeah.
Which one do you want to start with?
You know which one I want to start with, but which one should we start with?
I think we should
start
with the Spurs Newcastle, really.
Yeah, okay. That's what I was going to say, yeah.
The Kulusevski one. Was it on Gordon, wasn't it? Foul? Not foul? Pen? Not pen?
So, I want to look at these things objectively. I want to, right? And I haven't seen... Is it Dermot Gallagher?
Yeah.
Does that
ref watch, yeah.
So I've not seen
Can I just say, on Dermot Gallagher quickly, he is ridiculously biased towards referees.
Yeah.
And I've always thought this. I know he's an ex-ref, blah, blah, blah. However, I found out today on Sky Sports News, because yes, I've done my research this week for a change.
Mate, can I just say, I
VAR.
love this version of you.
New year, new me, mate. New year, new me. I will use this term and then say New Year, same old me when it suits me. Just FYI. So I was cheering and chanting earlier. He sits in the VAR box at St George's on match days, and he hears the VAR conversations on the games.
Okay. Didn't know that.
Yeah, and he's like, "Oh, well, they deemed it as that," but it's wrong. Like, to the letter of the law, I can't remember what one it was now, which is going to really annoy me. But I was saying earlier about one. I think it was the Saliba challenge, but the letter of the law states that, and he's like, "But no, they've read it as that." And then I was like, but that's not right, though. Yeah, but that's how they interpreted it. But the letter of law is against that. Yeah, but that doesn't matter because that's not what they're looking at. Surely that's what's wrong with VAR.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not going to go into that. I'm just saying, just as a thing, because I feel like we're going to go massively off topic here. But yeah, so Kulusevski, foul, not foul?
Foul. I think he broke his nose.
Oh, wow, really? I didn't know that.
I think Gordon's... I'm sure I heard a rumour that he's broken his nose.
I didn't know that. Do you know what? At first glance, I didn't see it as a foul.
Okay.
I thought it was the momentum, and he's left a bit of a trailing shoulder. But I think everyone does that.
They do.
Especially when you're solid enough. Bang, why not?
I think it's hard because when does something like that turn into assault? But no, genuinely, when
assault?
does
Jesus
no, I'm joking.
Christ.
When does something like that turn into a foul? When does it become a foul? So if that isn't a foul, and I can accept that it might not be a foul, I thought it was personally, but I can accept that might not be the case. So when is it a foul?
I don't know. It's really hard to determine. Really,
does it have to be elbow? João Pedro, like that?
Yeah, probably.
But he missed, so it doesn't count, right? But the intent's there.
The intent's there, yeah.
Okay, so
it's hard to obviously interpret what an intention is, isn't it? I think that's where there is no black and white in football, is there, really?
So in the same game, Burn has come up like that, and the ball's hit him here, right?
Yeah.
Was it a penalty?
No.
I know it wasn't a penalty because it was in the middle of the park, but was it a free kick? Sorry, that's the word I was looking for.
No, it's not.
No, because it's hit him here. But if it had hit him here, then it would have been a foul.
Kick. Absolutely. Yeah, it's a free kick then.
I agree, yeah.
I don't really understand your point there because you've just gone on to a different one.
No. What I'm saying is the laws. So with the handball, it's pretty clear. Up to the sleeve, it's not handball. Below the sleeve, it's handball. So what is classed as a foul in the box? Is a shoulder in the face a foul? Yeah,
if it's a direct, I'm going to try and shoulder you. But if you're just going for the ball and you collide, then no, I don't think it is.
So it's about intent.
It is about intent, yeah. And I think you can
So Burn going like that and it hit him there, right?
Yeah.
The intent is for his arm to get in the way, so it's handball. But if it's there, under his sleeve, it shouldn't matter. But we're talking about intent. So your intent in handball is different, and you can't tell what intent is. It's a different
situation. No, but it's a different situation.
But you can't tell what the intent is.
No, but that's a clear definition. If it's hit him under there, like if it's hit with the Dan Burn thing, if it's under your sleeve, then yeah, it's a free kick. You've handballed it.
I get it
because that's clear,
and that's the letter of the law.
Justifiable, defined goal or target of it's that or that. It's yes or no.
But he's gone in, right? And I could never say for 100% because I'm not Dan Burn. I'm Will Shaftesbury. But his intent is to stop the ball with his arm, right? That was his intent, as
No,
far as
he's
I'm
making
concerned.
himself big. He's making himself big, not to stop it. That he's trying to get in the way of it as much as he can.
And
But
ideally,
I mean, you got to bear in mind the size of him as well.
Yeah. But just play devil's advocate for a second. His intention was to stop that ball from going past him, and he's used his arm. Sleeved part of his arm, but nonetheless, he's used his arm, right? If he fancied knocking out James Maddison and he shouldered him in the face, that he's intended to do that, right?
Yeah, and he'd probably get a raise for that and a bonus.
Yeah, but so this is where I'm talking about the intention. I think Kulusevski's intention was to knock, maybe not hit him in the nose, but his intention was to hurt Gordon and put him on the floor so that he could get the ball. So that isn't a shoulder barge. That is intent is to get the ball and do harm whilst getting the ball, or to get the ball, maybe not do harm, but
Any cost.
to get the ball at any cost. Yeah. So that's
absolutely.
why I think it probably was a penalty in my sense. In the sense of the law, I can see why it would have been one way or the other.
Yeah. No, I see a point there. Yeah, I do see a point.
But it wasn't given. Because we can't be sure of intent. It might not have been a foul. It was a collision. It wasn't like he was going out, he elbowed him or attempted to elbow him or punched him or anything like that. It was he went to get the ball and he accidentally shouldered him in the face. Yeah. So that was an interesting part of that game as an otherwise very good game, and I felt Ange at the end was under a lot of pressure from his interview.
I was going to say his interview was really awkward. It's like we don't agree with things. It wasn't balanced or something, wasn't it? It's like, well, what do you mean by that? It's like, well, what I mean is it wasn't balanced, and I don't think it was even. Yeah, but can you explain? So you trying to say the officiate? It's like, no, what I'm telling you. I was like, all right, mate, calm down.
Yeah.
I'm torn here because I genuinely gut feeling tells me he's not under pressure, but he like from the board or anything. But he is putting himself under pressure because he's not getting the results he wants because the team aren't doing what he wants. I don't think there's pressure from above on his job or anything.
I think there will be. I think for any Premier League manager, there is an absolute immense amount of pressure that they are under to get the results on the pitch, and he's not doing that. Spurs under him have been pretty shit over the last couple of months. He's not got them where they needed to be. Where are they in the league? Are they something like 11th?
They're 11th, I think. Yeah.
Oh, 12th. They're 12th now. 24 points. They've lost 10 games. They've drawn 3. They've won 7. Yeah, I mean, their last 6 games, they've won 1. It's just
bad form, isn't it?
It's really bad form. So I can imagine that I think he's under an extreme amount of pressure, and I think that shows in the way he's sort of talking at the end of the games. With all that being said, Newcastle, Eddie Howe has dug himself out of a little bit of a hole there.
He has. I do feel like he was under a bit of pressure maybe 6-8 weeks ago.
Yeah, definitely.
They weren't on a good run of form, but they have turned things around. They've got a perfect balance in midfield now, haven't they? Tonali, Guimaraes and Joe Linton just work tirelessly together.
Yeah.
They
Joe
all know
Linton.
what they're doing. Mate, Joe Linton winds me up so much. He's such a little shitbag.
Should he have been on the pitch? Should he have been on the pitch?
I don't know.
I can see what Ange was saying.
Yeah. It's not often given though, is it? That sort of thing.
No, it's not. And it's one of those things, isn't it, where, you know, as we'll come on to in the evening game, sometimes you get your luck and sometimes you don't. But Alexander Isak, top quality, mate.
He's just in the right place at the right time every single time.
Yeah. He is proving to be one of the best strikers in the Premier League at the moment. One of.
He really is. One of.
Don't want to be misquoted there and slated on TikTok.
God, yeah, you got in some abuse, didn't you?
I always get abuse.
Love it.
You're right. You look like you'd forgotten your train of thought then.
I did, yeah. I completely lost what I was doing.
And you took it out of the mic.
I did, yeah. I didn't realise I hit it. I think if Newcastle don't get Champions League...
He's got no idea what he's saying.
No, I do. I remember now. I'll talk about Isak.
Yeah,
so if Newcastle don't get Champions League, Do you think that opens up a move for Isak into a top 4 club?
It's an interesting point. Yes, I guess the answer is yes, but Newcastle will be very reluctant to let go of him, and I think if he's under contract, so he probably won't go.
Fair enough. Big win for them though. 2-1 at Tottenham, who just can't win at home at the moment, it seems.
Yeah, can't buy a win. Yeah,
really struggling. I don't want to talk about all the games because I think we'll be here forever because we've got. Yeah. I'm really interested about our predictions, but big win for Bournemouth, 1-0 against Everton. Bournemouth are on a really good run at the moment, proven to be a very good team, as you said.
Yeah, I agree with that, and I thought that Crystal Palace had a very, very good home draw against Chelsea. Although you've got a little bit of controversy with the Neto incident.
Yeah. That should have been a pen.
So I thought it was Mitchell, wasn't it?
Yeah,
I thought Mitchell had got it.
Yeah, you do. The first glance you do. When you actually look at it, Neto's got it. Tyrick Mitchell hasn't touched it. But because it goes in the same way Mitchell's travelling, it looks like it's him, but he didn't get it. And it was in the box. It should have been a pen for Chelsea. Like I'm not going to moan about it because I think it's a brilliant point for Palace and 2 points drop for Chelsea at the moment.
And actually,
who are flying? Apart from, well, I say fly, they were flying.
They were flying. Lost at Ipswich, and now
lost at Fulham as well.
Oh, Fulham, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
And then now 1-0 at Palace, and Palace actually could have won that. Eza missed a couple. Eza missed one, and Mateta missed a couple.
He did, yeah.
So I think Chelsea had their fair share. But, quite fortunate.
Very fortunate, very.
West Ham are in a bit of trouble, aren't they? And I want to come on to Southampton as well before we go on to the Arsenal game. But West Ham are in a little bit of trouble, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. But that scoreline flatters Man City significantly.
Because West Ham are so poor.
West Ham are so poor, but they had a lot of chances in that game.
Yeah.
They had so many chances.
This is what I mean.
They're just not clinical in any way, shape or form.
There is the exception of Kudus, who actually had a bad game.
He did have a bad
Kudus.
game.
With the exception of him, maybe Paqueta when he plays. I don't see any part of West Ham that's good. There is nothing good about... Maybe Jared Bowen, actually, that could be harsh.
Yeah.
Nothing about them is good at the moment.
No, they're really struggling. They're in a bad form. They just don't seem to have any sort of idea of how they want to play.
No. It's just negative. It's poor.
But it's not even negative because you can see they do want to go forward. They just can't do anything going forward and they can't do anything staying back.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're in a bad place. But City, big win for them. Massive confidence boost. Haaland with a double.
Yeah.
Savinho with his first goal.
Mate, he had a fantastic game. 2 assists and a goal. Brilliant.
He did. And Foden finally scoring a goal.
Yeah.
Big for City. Could be a turning point for him now.
And then just quickly on Southampton.
Oh, mate, why even bother? They're going down. They got spanked at home. New manager. But who? He's going to be sacked in 5-6 weeks' time.
Well, so this is what I kind of wanted to just come across. So I think the Brentford fans were having a little pop at Southampton saying, we never win away.
Really?
And then they won 5-0. But there was just nothing good about Southampton. They were so poor in every position. It was almost comical how poor they actually were overall. He came from, he was in a 2-month spell at AS Roma before he was sacked. And he's kind of been in and around Serie A, Serie B across the course of his career. He did quite well ahead of Veronas, and he kept them in the Serie A for quite a while, considering they didn't necessarily have the budget. We did quite well at Torino. I think he was sacked from them 3 times in the space of 3 years, something like that. They kept hiring him back. So he's not really known for his kind of Premier League prowess, of course, or English football in that sense at all. So it was a really interesting appointment that they made, but I think they kind of looked at him and some of the stuff that he'd done in Italy, and he'd sort of managed to get people out of the relegation zone. The way Southampton are playing, I think they're on course. And I said this about Sheffield United, and I was wrong. but I think Southampton could be on course to be the worst Premier League team. This Southampton team could be on course to be the worst Premier League team we've ever seen.
Joe, I completely agree. Completely agree. And I've got a bit of a funny stat for you as well. So they've scored 12 goals this season, and they have conceded, due to their own errors, 13. Just unforced errors.
They just pass the ball to the opposition. And then once
So
they've
bad.
done that, they go, oh, now look, he scored.
Yeah,
There's just no
will
running.
No, there's no will to help your team out whatsoever. They're just, it's literally a team of individuals.
Yeah.
No one cares about anything.
I still think Dibbling's got a big future. But that is the only thing. Once he leaves Southampton, he's going to be really good.
Yeah, 100%. Ramsdale will be snapped up by Newcastle in the summer.
Yeah, possibly.
Mark my words. They'll have some relegation clause in there.
Yeah.
Arsenal have got a sell-on fee as well, so hopefully it goes as high as we possibly can.
Yeah. We need a striker. Let's go on to Arsenal. We need a striker.
We do. And you said back in August, the only problem for Arsenal is that goal scorer, that real number 9.
Yeah.
Quote.
Stand by it. Because we'll get on to the penalty, but even without that going against us, Arsenal should be beating that Brighton team by 2 or 3.
Yep.
And we
Completely agree.
could have beaten that Brighton team by 2 or 3
if we had a striker.
Yeah.
Yep. I completely agree. I think the first half we were all over and we should have been miles ahead. Second half they bullied us. I think they played very dirty.
They came out better. They came out a lot better, a lot more energetic, a lot more will to want to get that ball.
Yeah, they were very aggressive, I thought, as well, which really worked for them. Bullied us off the ball a number of times. But penalty. Saliba and João Pedro, what's your thoughts before I probably go on a rant, because I can feel myself getting annoyed even saying it. Because it really fucking wound me up.
I think it's been said, it was said on the commentary when I was watching it. It was said by Arteta after the game. Hasenhüttl was very different in opinion.
Who?
Was it Hasenhüttl? Is that his name?
No, he left about 3 years ago.
He was at Southampton. Sorry, I got Southampton on the brain.
Fabian Hürzeler.
Sorry, I was literally thinking Southampton. I actually thought about him earlier to talk about. I was going to say Southampton wanted him when they got rid of Hasenhüttl. That's why he's on my brain. Hürzeler, yeah, sorry. Hürzeler, he obviously disagreed with it. And I think Match of the Day had said pretty much the same thing as the commentator and Arteta. I've never seen that foul given, ever. And that happens a lot. The second thing is, VAR should have looked back and they should have spotted that Saliba got a touch of the ball. So
apparently they did, but they're saying that Saliba only got a touch of the ball because it hit João Pedro first, and it's hit Saliba. Not Saliba's gone to the ball to hit it, it's hit Saliba. Therefore, it's a penalty.
No.
It's bollocks.
That's incorrect.
He's hit it, and then it's hit João Pedro, hit Saliba, and then gone.
They're going for the ball. It's a 50-50.
Yeah, just fucking play on.
Yeah, there's no way that's a penalty.
Or you stop the game, make sure he's okay, because it's a head clash. Absolutely get that. And the way he rolled around the floor, I thought he'd been shot or something. Poor guy. I
said to Jack, because I was watching it with him, I said, that'll be given. And he went, no, he's just, like even Jack's going, no, he's just headed the ball. He's gone for the ball. And I was like, I know, but that'll be given. And he said, no, it won't be. And then it was. And there was almost a little part of me that was like, but I was still, honestly, absolutely furious with that decision. I don't know
ridiculous.
Anyone other than Hürzeler and Hasenhüttl that thought it was a goal. A penalty.
Honestly, it's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. And if you want to get all contentious about shit, we should have had a pen against them as well because they pulled Gabriel down in the box, held him back and slung him to the floor.
Yeah, I did see that.
So that's a penalty.
Yeah.
But you don't give that. The ref's standing there seeing it. VAR have checked it. No, that's fine. But they checked this one and says fine.
It's bullshit.
Get it. VAR is bollocks. VAR is ruining football.
Yeah, the inconsistency. Yeah.
It's too much. Too much, mate. Yeah, don't really want to talk.
No, but as I said, that sort of stuff is going to happen. And let's be honest, without VAR, that stuff still happened. But Arsenal should be so much further. Yeah, you do. I understand. But Arsenal should have been so much further ahead in that game that it didn't matter. But we weren't. We weren't on the ball. We weren't on it. We don't deserve the league. The league leaders are where it should be, and we ain't that.
Yeah. Yeah, we are miles off the course, unfortunately. But the league leaders slipped up on Sunday.
They did, yeah. I thought first half, Man United were absolutely dire. I thought they were about as good as Southampton. Some of the play that I watched,
No, terrible.
they just couldn't pass it between. They were almost as bad as Southampton. They started to pick themselves up a bit. They started to get a bit of confidence with some of their pass moving.
Yeah.
And then they scored. Lisandro Martinez put them 1-1. Can you believe it?
No, how? I don't know. Don't know how he did it.
We just snuck under someone's legs and it went in.
I just want to say just how good Mohamed Salah has been and how good he was in that game as well.
Yeah. Right, I've got a question for you.
Go on.
Right now, okay, maybe not right now. 3 weeks ago, who would you prefer, Salah or Saka?
Are two different players for me. Depends what team you're talking about.
Who would you have?
For me, Saka. But that's because I'm Arsenal biased, I think.
100%, yeah.
For output, you've got to put Salah.
Yeah, for goals and assists and everything that he does.
Salah all day long. Yeah.
But, Ahmad, Ahmad scored and then right at the death.
Oh my God.
Maguire.
Harry Maguire! Do you know what? Everyone has been slating him on socials, but that was a really difficult chance.
Yeah, 100%.
Because it bobbled and then bounced ahead of him, and he's got to try and keep that down at close range. And it's been fired into him pretty quick as well, to be fair. And he's a defender, not a striker.
Anyone who's played football knows that isn't as simple as it looks.
No.
Everyone. But even I was there. I mean, even I, God, because I'm a professional. But like, I was there, like, fucking hell, how's he missed that? And then when I saw it back, I was like, easy to miss that. It is easy.
First glance, like your first watch, you go, come on, you should have buried that. But yeah, you're right. You've got to look at it properly and go, okay, so it's bounced, it's fired into him. He's got to look at that. He's still looking forward to see what's ahead of him and if it's clear to hit it. So, yeah. Yeah, I do feel for him, but he's always going to be remembered for that miss now, for that goal.
C'est la vie, Brucey.
C'est la vie, Brucey. And then Fulham Ipswich 2-2 draw. Quite entertaining. Big point for Ipswich, that.
Was actually really, do you know what? So was the Liverpool Man United game. Especially that second up, very fucking entertaining.
That's what we like as a neutral, though, isn't it? That's what you want, is entertaining games.
I agree. Yeah, no, I agree. But the Fulham Ipswich game, 3 pens. I don't remember, because I watched the game, I don't really remember thinking that there was any kind of controversy with those pens, was there?
No,
I think they were all pretty clear.
Yeah, pretty clear cut. Pretty clear cut. Right, let's move on, because I want to talk about the predictions for what we were doing in the league.
Okay.
Because they are interesting, to say the least. Very interesting, to say the least.
Go on,
so,
shoot.
Do you want to start at the top or the bottom?
I don't care, mate. You have got this planned out. It's entirely up to you. You go.
I mean, I haven't got it really planned, but
you said that you had.
So we both said that Arsenal were going to win the Premier League. So
we did.
We put Arsenal 1. Arsenal was currently 2nd, so not too far off. Interestingly, 2nd, I put Man City. You put Liverpool, and you put an interesting quote. Liverpool are my dodgy team. I just don't know how they'll do. They could be good. They could be really shit.
And they were good.
And they've been good. So there we go. So yeah, Liverpool are obviously steamrolling ahead. Interesting one is I put Tottenham 3rd. You put them 5th.
Yeah.
And my quote was, I've put Tottenham 3rd. I think they're going to have a really good season.
I put Man United 4th, though, so I don't feel like I'm in a position to laugh here.
You did Man United in 4th. I mean, I put them in 8th, and they're currently 13th.
Yeah.
Which is insane.
I thought they were going to have a bit of a better season after that FA Cup win, I think, and was very optimistic.
But that was with Ten Hag at the wheel.
Yeah, I know.
Ruben's driving the bus now.
What an insane decision.
Yeah. I put Liverpool in my top 4. You put United and City. So that's kind of fair game. Obviously, we've got Forest in 3rd at the moment. You put Forest in 18th to be relegated.
And you
I put them in 19th to get relegated. So once again, FDP coming in with zero fucking ball knowledge.
But I mean, yeah, that is very true. But I don't feel like there were many people who would have put Forest above 15th.
No, absolutely not. No, 100% they wouldn't have. And if you did, let us know, because then we can call you out for being a liar. That'd be great. Unless you've got when you see all these tweets from 2018, Forest are going to win the Premier League in 2025 and shit like that. You're like, bullshit. But some randomer has said that at some stage, which is insane.
And do you know what? Interestingly, I watched I believe, a Miracles documentary film on Forest in the 70s, 80s when they won the two European Cups. Absolutely fascinating. If you do get the opportunity to watch it, I would suggest it. It is really fascinating just to see. Because I didn't realise they were promoted, then won the league, then won the Champions League twice.
I didn't know that.
Wow. So, yeah, unbelievable.
This could happen then.
Mate, it wouldn't be the first time.
What you're saying? Jesus. That'd be mental. I've currently got high flying Newcastle in 5th. We've both predicted in 6th, and we're kind of near enough.
There, yeah, take that.
Which is not bad.
Yeah.
So Chelsea are in 4th at the moment. I've got them 7th. You put them 8th.
Yeah, I didn't think that they would have a good season at all.
No. So they're doing a lot better than we thought. And another one that's doing better is Bournemouth. They're currently 7th. I've put Bournemouth 16th, and so have you.
Yeah.
Yeah. How do you feel about that? Because I don't know why we put them so low, because we always sing their praises about how good they've been.
I think when you look at the other teams that we've put above them,
well, it's a lot of them.
They're proper Premier League teams with proper Premier League managers. Maybe with the exception of
Leicester. Yeah. Which, interesting. Yeah. So we put Leicester in 15th. They are currently 19th.
Yeah, that's bad.
Yeah, it is bad. So, yeah, interesting. 8th, we've got Aston Villa. I put Man United, you put Chelsea. Yeah. Doing well with that. I put Villa at 5th, so I think they've still got some time to go up.
I think with Villa in the
off.
Champions League is always going to be difficult for them. But they could prove me wrong.
100%. No, definitely. What have we got? So we're interested. We both put West Ham in 9th. And they are currently 14th.
Yeah, I thought Lopetegui would have had a better season, but yeah. And I think some of the signings that they made were very good, and Kudus going from strength to strength, Fulkrieger joining in, Paqueta, Kilman, all those sorts of people that they had. I thought that they would have a good season, but they haven't.
No, they haven't. We've got Fulham for 10th. They're currently 9th. They're overachieving.
You put Palace
by FDP. Well, I did, and then I swapped them because I said if Anderson goes, then Palace will drop and Fulham go up into 10th.
And Anderson went to
Fulham.
So there you go. Right, okay, fair.
So there you go. Yeah, we've both got Palace in 11th now. They're 15th. So again, FDP standards flying here. Brighton are in 10th. We've both got them 13th.
I put them as 12th.
Not according to my one. You put them 13th.
No.
You put Wolves in at 12.
No, Wolves are 14th.
Oh, okay. You've changed it halfway through then.
No,
the episode, you've changed it in the bits then. Because I heard you put that there.
Pardon?
During the episode, you've said Wolves were in 12th, Brighton 13th.
Oh, did I?
You said 13 Brighton, 14 Brentford, yeah.
Well, yeah, I changed it. Yeah.
You did, yes.
Must have done.
So, yeah, Brighton are overachieving. Brentford, there or thereabouts. They're 11th. I've put them 12th. You put them 14th.
Who? Brighton?
Brentford.
I'll put them 13th.
You put them 14th.
They're 13th on this one.
You changed it. Where are we at? Who else haven't we spoken about? Oh, the bottom four.
Yeah, this is
interestingly, we both have Everton in the bottom 4.
Yeah.
You've got them 17th. I've got them 18th. They're 16th because Sean Dyche is a Premier League manager. Doing very well.
Yeah, and Leicester aren't doing as well as we thought that they would. That's the main reason.
They're not. Yeah, Leicester is a big one.
Because they've got Ruud van Nistelrooy as their manager. That's insane.
Rooney must be kicking himself that Ruud's got it and he hasn't got anything.
Yeah, Rooney's like, look at my pedigree. I smashed it at.
Exactly. My bit of a bold prediction that I said was I think Wolves will struggle this season.
Okay.
Is what I said. I don't remember saying it, I'm not going to lie. It was news to me when I heard myself saying it back. I had to play it twice to make sure it was me and not you, because obviously we sound the same. But Wolves are in 17th. So, yeah, my prediction's coming true. My actual prediction was 14th for Wolves.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Yeah, not really sure about that. We both got Southampton being relegated. I've got them bottom. You got them 19th.
Yeah.
You put Ipswich dead bottom.
I put Ipswich, Southampton, and Forest as my 20 to 18, which
Dear.
I think says that I know fuck all.
Well, you got 2 out of 3. I've got 1 out of 3, mate. I've got Southampton.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Fair point.
I've put Everton, Forest, Southampton. It is currently Ipswich, Leicester, Southampton.
Yeah, you fucked that up.
Yeah. So I'm just looking through quickly. I don't think we've got any of them right so far. No, we've got none of them right.
Where's Villa?
Oh, no. I got 1. I got Southampton. Villa are 8th. You put them in 7th. So I've got 1. So I'm winning by 1.
Where are Brighton?
Brighton are
Where are Brentford?
Brentford are 11th.
Where are Leicester? Where are Bournemouth? No. Bollocks. Where's Palace?
Palace are 15th. We've literally,
bullshit.
out of 20, I've got 1. You've got none. So well done. Predictions are looking solid.
Yeah.
Solid.
Well, it's only halfway.
It is only halfway.
This is going to be the end of the season. Forest couldn't have an absolute shitter of a end of season and turn up 18th.
What points are they on now? They're on 37. So you have to hit 40 to stay up. That's what they say.
Yeah.
Famously.
It's probably more 35 now, to be fair.
Yeah, probably. Southampton are like, 35 goals? We can't get that.
Yeah, impossible. We've got
no,
Archer
points.
up front.
Jesus, they're awful, mate. But there we go. So interesting stuff so far with the prediction front. I like that.
Ever so much, thank you.
Brilliant. Anything else you want to add for this week, William?
No, but thank you for listening to us. If you've got this far, we appreciate the patience that you have given to us throughout this episode, and we wish you a very, very happy new year. And I can't wait to see what you've got in store for this year and what we're going to bring to you in terms of delight and cheer.
Cheer. There we go. Happy New Year, everybody. Thanks for listening. Bye-bye.
Football Drop Podcast. The Football Drop Podcast.